Bombay Chef Varun Namdar and welcome to Get Curried. Well, today's recipe is a very special egg recipe, albeit a little different. This one is called Egg Barfi Gravy. Let's begin. When I say this recipe is different, I absolutely mean this because I use this word very few times. It's different in terms of its cooking style, it's different in the way it is presented, it is different in the way it looks, it's also different in the way it is named. Egg Barfi. Now what is Egg Barfi? I know the name may put off a lot of you, but trust me, it has got nothing to do with Indian mithais or Indian sweets. Egg Barfi is nothing but basically a rolled omelette. It's stuffed with cheese, it's rolled and then it is cut into cubes. Looks like barfi and also nothing like the Bohri sweet, which is your egg barfi or ande ki mithai. It is nothing like that. Let's see how the egg barfi is made. First things first, let's light the flame and begin with the whole egg. Let's add in some chopped onions and along with this, some egg whites. A touch of salt and pepper only if you wish to. Let's beat this mixture well and time to cook this now. Let's begin with a few drops of oil and spread this all around. Let's pour in the mixture of this egg and onion and egg whites. Let's spread this as thinly as we can. Let's add in some grated cheese. This is grated processed cheese. And gradually, once the omelette starts cooking at the bottom, you start folding it. The egg will cook from within with the residual heat in the omelette itself. Let's carefully transfer this on a tray or a platter or a plate in which it's easier to cut this into portions, like so. Well, these individual pieces of omelette are referred to as barfi in this recipe. Remember what I said? It is different. Egg barfi is done and ready. Let's move on to the next step, and that is making the gravy. One of the main ingredients of this gravy, of course, apart from the other few things, is the use of egg yolk. Let's begin. Let's begin this recipe in a kadhai. Let's add in some oil, and to that I'm also adding in some butter. Once the oil just kind of begins to heat up, we'll add in chopped red onions and along with this some cumin seeds. Let's stir this well, and the onions just need to kind of begin to turn translucent. That's where I'm going to add in paste of coriander and green chilies. And along with this, I'm also going to add in another very important critical ingredient, which is garlic water. A yolk of an egg, which is hard boiled, chopped tomatoes, and the powder spices, beginning with garam masala, a touch of turmeric powder, red chili powder, and salt. The first thing is to mix this well, not bothering about the yolk or half-cooked onions or tomatoes. Just mix all of this well. I'm also adding in the remaining processed cheese. Well, this is not compulsory. This is only if you have some extra at hand. The next step is mashing all of this up into a wonderful paste. The egg yolk in this case is going to add in to the wonderful creaminess of this gravy. Mash all this well. Cook it till oil starts releasing the sides of the gravy. This is going to take somewhere around 2.5 to 3 minutes. The egg barfi is done and ready, the gravy is done and ready. Let's combine the two and let's create egg barfi gravy. Let's do that. With this, off goes the flame. And this straight gets served. Finally, I'm going to place the remaining barfis or omelets and add in just a few drops of red chili oil. You can of course garnish this with some extra coriander, with some butter. Choice is completely yours. With this, your egg barfi gravy is done and ready. And remember what I said, it's different in all ways. Let's try this at home, make it for your family, make it for your friends, and do not forget to stay tuned to get curried. Also, one thing that I made a little different here is while making the barfi, I used in the hard-boiled egg whites, because in this entire recipe, the egg whites, the hard-boiled egg whites are not used. So I thought I'll add that to the omelette and make it a little different. Bye.